Hello everybody, this is Skater Keg and welcome to another tutorial of the Deftones song, and this time we're doing Elite from the album White Pony, which celebrates its 20th year anniversary this year. So with every song that you want to learn the guitar, best thing to do is first listen to the song yourself and know the structure, know the tuning for this song and most of the White Pony album, excluding like one song which is on acoustic and probably E standard, I think, which is Teenager. The rest of this album is all in drop C, G, C, F, A, and D. And this song, as well as quite a few Deftones songs, will use open strings to make sort of like a whooshing sound, like crazy off the walls, like it's like that. I mean, this song does it. Some songs off of Diamond Eyes, such as Royal, does it, and it just sounds really cool. Learning how to do it is pretty easy. All you have to do is literally just all the open strings, maybe including this song, the odd finger on the 3. I'm going to get into the main riff of the song and what carries most of the song. I'm going to teach you it in a minute. So you'll mainly be using just 3-string power chords like you do for most Deftones songs, maybe including like another string, maybe including the G string at some points, just to add that little bit of extra sound to it. But this is how the main riff goes. So, as you can tell from the main riff, there is a lot of hammer-ons going on. This is mainly just played on the 2nd and 3rd frets, with movements up to maybe, I think it's 8th is the highest with the little finger on the G string, so you get this. So there's a bit of sliding as well. All you really need to know, and I'm going to stick this thing on clean or, even crunch just to get that bit of a clearer sound for you to know. You always start on open on this riff, so open up to 2nd and do the same again. But instead of going back to open this time, go to the 3rd fret. So what you got so far is, or if you want to use hammer-ons, it's up to you. If you want to just strum like, then that's up to you. Whichever's easier, whichever's going to be better for your wrist in the long run, then you do that. So you've got back down to the 2nd fret, open, 2nd, so all together we've got, and then the riff repeats over, three times, then on the 4th time, instead of doing, you want to go open to 3rd, and whether or not you want to make this easier for you, because it can sometimes be difficult to switch between the 3-string power chord and get your little finger in there as well on the G, you can choose, but I normally play it without, and I'm trying to play it with, the string is there in the song if you listen carefully, but it just makes it easier if you really just use the 3 fingers on the bottom strings. Open to 3rd, 3rd, up to 8th, and you want to do a slide. Or you could do an open to 8th as well, but I always prefer to do it with a slide because it sounds a lot more metal, if you want to say that. And then again with the little finger on the G string, because it just sounds a bit different. The next part of that main riff is just alternating between the open and the 2nd fret and using the open strings. including on the D string. What makes it easier instead of using the D string is just literally doing what I said at the beginning of the video, is just using the bottom few strings like that. It gets the same sound, like, honestly. The difference between that and that is it's basically nothing. So to make that easier for you, you can always lift your finger up slightly, making this freaky ass shape, and just use the bottom few strings like that. So after that, the verse riff that is used is literally just an alternation of the main riff, but using just one string at a time. So instead of doing power chords, you want to do just on the bottom string, and then when you go up to the 3rd fret, you don't want to do a power chord again. You just want to go a string above the bottom E string or C string, whatever you want to call it, onto the G on the 3rd fret, back down to the C string, and literally that's just pretty much it with the slides incorporated. Every 2 bars there's a different variation to the slide, so normally it will be or even 1-2 if you want. One of the variations every 2 bars, as I said, is that it does a bit of a different slide. So instead of going, it goes. So that altogether is. Try slide all you want. Just go crazy. Seriously, as long as you hit the right frets. Back into the chorus, again, the main riff, then you get to the sort of bridge, the variation in the chorus, which is literally just on the 5th fret, and you can easily incorporate the G string into this on 7th. So what you got is, so it's just another bar chord on the bottom 3 with the G string incorporated, and you want to strum that 8 times, or if you want, it doesn't really make any difference, you can do a whole 16. Up to you, because you really can't tell on the actual track. So go from the chorus, then back into the main riffs twice, then back up to the power chord again, and on the last time, looking chord, you want to do that 4 times instead, so it goes back into the verse riff, which, as you know, is just on the bottom few strings. That's pretty much all you need to know, really, for the song. As it gets further into the song, there will be like pauses where the drums drop out and everything else, and it'll just be like a sustained chord of on the 2nd. And on the final chorus, you'll listen to the song and hear that it isn't doing the main riff of. It's literally just doing. Until really the end of the song, where it comes back in and does the main riff again. It does do a slide at that point, so I'm going to stick this into like insane mode. Yeah. And for the end bit, just the little like the whole little gallop thing. You can choose to do that or not if you want, but you can do that open as a bit muted. Speaking of going muted, you'll hear the song at a point where the drums drop out, and it's literally just like, I think it's a bit of synths from Frank as well. All it's doing is just muting the verse riff. Literally all it is in that variation. So pretty much the whole song you have right there. I hope this was easy enough to learn. As I say, listen to the song, listen to it through and through, know the structure, know the tuning. Obviously it's just drop C, as is most of the album, and you can make it easy for yourself just by doing the 3-bar chord on the bottom 3 strings, or you can, you know, even bring the G string into it. So you just got the little... It doesn't really make that much of a difference. It's not that noticeable on the tracks. Obviously Deftones do use that shape quite a lot, but it's up to you. Whether you want to make it easy for yourself or not, that is entirely up to you. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Hopefully this made the song learnable for you. I've been around YouTube and noticed that there's this distinct lack of tutorials for this song, so you know, it's an easy enough song for beginners and those wanting to like sort of get into Deftones stuff and metal, learning just the simple three-string power chords, wanting to strengthen their wrist muscles and finger muscles to do more complex songs. And yeah, it's just a good song to learn, one of Deftones' best. I mean, it even won an award, so yeah. Happy 20th anniversary to White Pony for June 20th this year. Deftones will be doing the virtual download festival this year, which will be streaming on YouTube over the weekend, and it has been confirmed that their new album is finished recording, and it probably will be out in September, but that's not a guarantee. But keep your eyes out on this channel and keep your ears out. So that is it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.